Hoodrow and the Red Bone. I'm going to get a little intimate, a little down and dirty with you guys today.
Are we?
With a nice close-up angles. Them nice shots that we know you love to see. But today is not about politics.
What's it about?
I want to discuss comfort, growth, and complexity that goes within that.
So go.
Well, one of the mantras that I've always thought of in life is there's no growth in the comfort zone.
Yeah.
And there's no comfort in the growth zone. That's true, isn't it?
Yeah.
How do you apply that to your life?
I don't know. I guess going to the gym, trying new things. Like in yoga all the time, we're always trying new things. Like, and half the time I feel like you have in your head, you're like, oh, I don't want to do that. Like, I've never did that. Like, I don't think I can do it. You know what I mean? But I don't know. Then something kind of clicks in and it's like, okay, we'll try. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. I think that's probably why I like yoga so much, because it keeps you on your toes. Like, it's not, I feel like you go to class with like a certain thing thinking it's going to be comfortable. Like, oh, I've been doing this forever. Like, I know what to expect. And then every single time you're like, what? Like, no, it's not what I wanted. So. And you
look at that pool of sweat below you.
Yeah.
And it feels like there's comfort in looking at that pool of sweat.
Yeah.
Like, that's the
main reason of going, I feel like, is to get things out of your body and your head. And yeah, it's not comfortable at all. Some of it is like, oh, but I don't know. Most of it is not comfortable.
But you feel growth.
Yeah, every time.
And let's say we're at home chilling and relaxing, like, and it is good to do that. It is good to have both comfort and growth.
Yeah.
So don't neglect it. I feel like
being uncomfortable all the time that does not feel good. I don't do well with that at all. It's like I feel overwhelmed super fast, and then it's like you just want to like give up on everything.
It's like a stagnant pond.
Yeah.
It grows bacteria and disease.
Yeah.
But I think you should be leaning more towards making your life complex, putting yourself in those situations of growth more than comfort. It's easy to get comfort.
Yeah.
Oftentimes neglect the growth aspect and just go towards the comfort, the food, the relaxation, the Instagram, the YouTube, the easiness of it. And oftentimes it's hard to get yourself up and motivated to go to the gym, go to do Jiu Jitsu, go do yoga.
Yeah.
But at the end of it, you feel accomplished. You feel a sense of worth. You feel like you're doing something better for tomorrow even.
Yeah.
But gets overwhelming though to a point.
Yeah. Like I get why you say that all the time, but I feel like most of the time I wind up feeling overwhelmed super quick. Like a lot. I don't know. Maybe that's just me.
Do you think that's because we go too deep into the spectrum of let's go head on?
Yeah, and I think it's always like balls to the wall, take on the world, and then it's like, you know what I mean? I don't know. Yeah, it's just too much all at once. Like if you could like baby step things, you know what I mean? I say that, but then at the same time, I'm the same person who's like, fuck it. Like, you know what I mean? Like if you're gonna jump in the pool, like
shock the body.
Yeah, like don't just teeter tiptoe, because that's when you talk yourself out of things. So I get it, but then at the same time, it's like, I don't know. That's why I feel like it's so complex, because you can
have to
jump,
listen to your body at the same time.
Yeah.
If it says, hey, I'm tired today,
right.
Not necessarily because you're tired from the other day, because we're going to be tired. Every day we're tired.
Yeah.
That's never going to go away.
That's true, yeah.
So the thing is, you have to find when your body is genuinely saying, chill, bro.
Yeah.
And the other point to that is the more you do it, the more your body's going to be able to endure. So if you can go to the gym 4 days this week, in 2 or 3 months, you're going to be able to go to the gym 5 days.
Right, yeah.
And if you're doing 45 minutes at the gym, then you're going to be able to do an hour at the gym and an hour 15.
Yeah.
Your body's going to endure more the more stress you put on it.
Exactly, yeah. You
but
adapt.
Where is the tipping point where you need to say, hey, we're going a little too into the deep end. We need to relax or we're going to crash. That is one of the points that I've never been able to find.
That's the hard part.
Tweak to very well.
I feel like for me, 'cause even like mentally, if I know I need a rest day, mentally it's so hard for me to allow myself that. Like it still feels like, oh, like, well, you could do something. You know what I mean? It's like it's almost mentally more exhausting than anything to have a rest day. Like no matter if I know that my body needs it, I know it's good for me. Like even if it's like 1 day a week, you know, it's still just, it's hard mentally. It's like, well, you could, like, you know what I mean? Like maybe you're not that sore, you know? Like,
we judge ourselves.
Yeah.
And we beat ourselves up based on our own actions. And that's a hard thing too.
I'm really good at that.
Negative self-talk.
Really good at that.
Will drive you crazy.
Yeah.
We talk to ourselves. We wouldn't even let anybody talk to us the way we talk to ourselves sometimes.
Yeah. And
it's crazy that we do that.
And it's crazy how you can manipulate things in your own head to being like your own voice. Like no matter what anybody else says, like you can say like, oh, but you're the one who's being real with yourself. You know what I mean? Like you're the only one who's going to be real, you know, like everybody else is just going to like sugarcoat or like tell you what they think you want to hear, but you're going to be the real one, even if it's not true.
And it's not necessarily even just about going to the gym or exercising. It's about you can increase your mental abilities and expanding your brain, so to speak. Reading books, going to classes, discovering new things about the mind and body connection. There's 1,000,001 different things, even at your work. Let's say you want to strive for another position at your job, or you want to do better, or you want to learn another attribute that comes with the job. To take the time to do your normal job, then on top of that, pursue more. And then that is also, there's limitations to the complexity of you can make your job. There are very complex jobs, very simple jobs. It's where do you draw that line in your mind of what you want to learn today or what you want to do today versus where you want to be in a year. And that's another thing that we always fall into as well. If we dive too deep into work, home life can suffer.
On the different aspect of it, just because it's my home life is more important to me than my work life. So if my home life is off balance, it's almost like I don't care about anything else. You know what I mean? That's the
priority.
Yeah. So 100%. That's hard for me. If my home life is any off at all, it's the only thing that's affecting me all day. Like my work life can be off, meh, you know what I mean? And I feel like I've gotten pretty good at checking that before like I leave, so I don't bring that home. But if it's vice versa, it's my world is like messed up.
I agree. There's always going to be another job. There's always going to be another boss. There's always going to be another opportunity. But when you're at home and you have a special someone, and that makes things more difficult, you know, you don't want to carry that home. You don't want to bring that to them. You don't put that burden on them. So it definitely is a tipping point with that as well. There's so many layers that we can dive within the topic of growth and comfort. You would be miserable.
I would
if
be
you
miserable.
Sat home all day and did nothing.
So miserable.
Just watching reruns of Jerry Springer.
I don't even like. I feel like with surgery and like the recovery, that is the hardest piece for me. Is to just be and not do anything. Like that is more frustrating, I feel like, than anybody realizes. That is like the hardest part. I don't know.
I mean, if it's surgery, then that's something you have to recover from.
Yeah.
If it's an injury, that's something you have to recover from. And I think that that's a good excuse or a good reason.
But it doesn't feel good.
It doesn't feel the best.
Because it's mentally, you, like, I guess you judge yourself too. It's like you have all this time. Like, technically you're home. Like, you could be doing so many things. Like, and then you're not doing any of them. It just, I don't know. I guess it makes me feel like how you said most people don't go to work or like don't do any of that. I feel like a low life. Like, it's like, what am I doing? Like, I'm just here all day, like
existing,
not doing anything. Like, I'm not exercising. Like, I'm not cleaning up. Like, I'm just like, I'm not contributing anything to the house, to society. Like, it just feels awful.
And as humans, that's what we want to do. We want to be contributors. We're social creatures. We want to be in society. We want to be in the mix. We want to feel like we have value, strength in our community. And that's one of the things, I guess, that would come along with that. You don't have that interaction if you're injured, or if you're coming out of surgery and you have to be bedridden for a couple of weeks, or and you're not very mobile. You're not interacting with humans. You think you think that you're level in the societal food chain is going down.
Maybe, yeah.
That could be
like,
a thing.
Out of sight, out of mind. Like, I mean, especially like, because I feel like my circle is so small. Like you. Same. So it's like, it's not like I don't know. It's just, it's hard. Like, especially because like if I'm here, then I want you to be here. And then if you're not here, then I feel lonely. And like, it's like, I don't want to bug you either. So, you know what I mean? But you're the only one that I want to talk to. So it's just a lot. Like, I feel like work is something that distracts me from wanting to bug you all day. But like, if I don't have that, then it's like, that's all I want to do. You know what I mean? So I don't know. It's a lot. Like, I don't know how people deal with it. Like, being home and just like playing video games all day, or just watching TV all day and like not doing anything. Like, when is the last time we like on a weekend have not done anything all day? Like, just laid in bed and like
just ate ice cream and watched TV.
Not done anything. When's the last time we did that?
It's been a long time. Probably during an injury.
Yeah. Probably the last time you had your accident.
Yeah, whenever I was in a vehicle accident.
Yeah.
I remember that. That was a hard time. I remember.
Yeah, it was.
It was depressing. Yeah. It puts you in a very, very negative mindset. And I gained weight.
Well, that, and like, I feel like, especially with like head injuries, you go through so many different things and you don't even know that it's abnormal. You know what I mean? Because you're just like, what is this space that I'm in right now? But like, I could tell just because I know your normal space. You know what I mean? And it's like, oh, this is not good. Like,
well, you have to deal with the pain. Yeah. And then you have to deal with the psychological aspects of it as well.
Yeah.
And just trying to get by on that. And then it's like a snowballing effect too. Once you have one bad day, your second day's even worse, third day's worse, fourth day, Yeah,
it's harder to like pull yourself up.
You're a month in and you're like, I cannot do it.
Yeah.
I can't go to the gym.
Right.
I can't do that.
It's like starting all over.
And then there's psychological aspects with that. I go to the gym and then my friends there, they're all swole up and huge and looking great, and I come in, got a little belly on me, or I just want to, go lift some weights. They're not judging me. But in your head, you're like, you're judging me.
Yeah.
They all come and they greet you and they're happy to see you most of the time.
Yeah.
Like, welcome back, brother. Like, come in and get your gains on, I've never been in a situation, even with Jiu Jitsu, I took a couple of months off of that, and I thought it would be awkward going back and starting over. Everyone welcomed me with open arms.
Yeah, it's funny. That's like the one thing I feel like I was always terrified to try, like group activities or like group, things like that. But in reality, nobody cares. Like, I remember being terrified going to my first yoga class. Like, everybody's going to look at me, like, because I don't know anything. And nobody cares. Like, it's such like a welcoming environment just to show up. Like, I feel like everybody knows how hard it is just to show up, and everybody just, we're all in this space of trying to improve ourselves. So it's just, those are like the most positive environments I feel like you could be in.
I think we're definitely on the good path right now. So if we just keep on pushing through, it'll be pretty cool. And we'll share our story with you guys. And, I'm doing jiu-jitsu. She's Yogi B. master on the mats. And we'll keep on doing these vlogs. This is a different one. We ain't talking about politics today. We ain't talking about nothing divisive, just positive stuff. And if you guys like it, just click those buttons. We're always here.
I think this is good too, because I feel like people have such a bad mindset about people with who are like Trump supporters and like negative, and like, it's funny, I was thinking about it today because half of the people that are in my yoga class I'm friends with online, and I know they probably see and they're like, that chick is like controversial online, like with her beliefs, but like once we're in that space, you know what I mean, it's like I'm the same person, like I'm positive, like, you know. So.
And at my jiu-jitsu, there's a lot of cops there. There's a lot of law enforcement, gun owners. So I'm pretty sure they lean with me, but we don't talk about it. It's like it's taboo to talk about supporting the president of the United States. I'm not gonna even go into that today.
I don't want to either, but like I was thinking about it, you know, like I'm friends with my yoga teachers, like I'm, you know what I mean, I know they all see that part of me, but
I mean, accept it or not, love us or hate us, we're going to be who we want to be. And at the end of the day, that's all that really matters. If you enjoy this material, like, share, subscribe, do all that shit.